When you think of a library, you probably picture quiet aisles and towering shelves of books. But what does it really take to make one run? Today, we're going to go behind the shelves and look at what is, without a doubt, the most crucial part of any library. It's people. And yeah, you can forget those old stereotypes of dusty, silent rooms. The reality of a modern library is so much more dynamic. These places are complex, living, breathing organizations, and they're powered by the professionals who run them, not just the books on the shelves. So that leads to the big question, right? Who are the people that make it all work? We're going to shift our focus from what's in the collection to the actual hands that build and manage it.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start by talking about the library's human engine. Then we'll get into what resource management actually is. After that, we'll break down the 5 key functions of HRM, look at how jobs are analyzed, and finally, see how all this plays out with staffing in different kinds of libraries.
All right, first up, the library's human engine. And this is all about a simple but powerful idea that people are, hands down, the most important resource a library has. I mean, think about it. This slide really gets to the core of it. You could have the most amazing collection of books, the fastest computers, the best databases in the world. But without a skilled staff, they're just things. It's the people, the well-trained, motivated employees who actually connect the community to all those resources. They're the ones who make a library work. So if people are the engine, how do you manage that engine? Well, that brings us right to our next topic, defining resource management. Or, to put it more simply, what exactly is HRM? So HRM, or Human Resource Management, you can think of it as the playbook. It's a strategic, big-picture approach to managing an organization's most valuable asset. And yep, that's the people. It's all about building the systems that help employees do their best work, and in turn, help the library achieve its goals. And here's another way to look at it, this time from the Society for Human Resource Management. They call it the design of formal systems to ensure the effective and efficient use of human talent. See? That tells you it's not just about hiring and firing. It's about designing an entire structure where talented people can succeed. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but what does it look like in practice? That brings us to HRM's 5 key functions. This is basically the blueprint for success. These 5 things are really the building blocks of HRM. It all kicks off with planning. That's figuring out who you need and what skills they should have. Then comes staffing, which is the whole process of recruiting and hiring. Of course, you need solid communication to keep everyone on the same page. Then there's development, which is all about training and helping your people grow. And finally, you have maintenance. That's the nuts and bolts, like payroll and records. It's a whole cycle. Let's zoom in on one part of this, just to make it a little more concrete. We're going to talk about breaking down the job, and specifically the difference between job analysis and job evaluation. A massive piece of the planning puzzle is just understanding what each job is actually about. And that's where job analysis comes in. It's the deep dive into a specific role to figure out all the tasks, the duties, and the skills you need to do it well. Because you can't hire the right person if you don't really know what the job is, right? Okay, so if job analysis answers the question, what does this person do? Then job evaluation answers the question, what is this job worth? The analysis part is all about defining the role so you can recruit for it. But the evaluation, that's comparative. It's how you figure out a fair salary by looking at that job's value compared to all the other jobs in the library. So let's see how all these ideas really get put into practice. We're going to look at staffing in all different kinds of libraries. This is people in the real world. And this says it all, doesn't it? There is absolutely no one-size-fits-all approach to staffing a library. The team at a small neighborhood school library is going to look completely different from the team at a massive university research library. You've always got to tailor the staffing to the community you're serving. Just look at academic libraries. In a school, you might have one head school librarian and a few assistants helping out. Step up to a college and things get more complex. You've got a college librarian plus more specialized professional roles. And then at the university level, it's a whole hierarchy, with a university librarian at the top and then deputy and assistant librarians in management roles below them. And it's just as varied everywhere else. Your local public library probably has a director, along with specialists like catalogers and reference librarians. Then you get special libraries, like in a hospital or a law firm, and they might have people like translators or subject matter experts on staff. And of course, huge government libraries have their own unique structures, from a director all the way down the line. So at the end of the day, a library is really just a living reflection of the amazing people who run it. And that leaves us with a really important question for the future. As technology keeps changing what a library is and what it can do, how are the roles of all these essential people going to have to evolve right along with it?